Good morning.
Couldn't be bothered with the background, I see.
Well, I had a gray shirt on today, so I figured
You disappear into that background?
I feel like I was working at Loyalty One again with a floating head picture. So I think that was the worst thing they ever did there. The floating heads.
Why? The black pictures?
The black shirts. I don't know. I don't think it worked out quite as well as they thought it would.
Yeah, well, not many things did, quite, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the intent of having your photo on things like on your little messaging app or whatever was so you could, associate a person's face with their name.
Yeah.
And with those pictures, you couldn't tell who the hell anyone was. Anyway.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, you absolutely could not.
And anyone with a dark complexion, it didn't do anything for them either.
Yeah, that.
So, anyway,
how was your day?
My day was good. I did my quote of the month video. I put my presentation together for Amy, yeah. And I added to it this morning, so we'll go through that later. Mm-hmm. And then I also added more to the presentation I'm doing tomorrow for my live leadership for new managers.
Mm-hmm. By the way, are you getting any engagement? Because I'm not seeing any posts in the group.
No, I mean, I've on most of the posts, I think I've seen like 3 or 4 views, but limited engagement so far. But there's like well, apart from you and me, I think there's 6 or 7 other people, something like that.
All right.
We'll see.
We will indeed. There's nothing to part of the course, right? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my intent too is to distill kind of these presentations that I'm doing into content for other purposes. So this week's topic is time management. So try to give this week some very practical things that people can implement immediately to help them claw back some time. So, and I did a new post this morning for my Leadership for Teams course. Which is a little different approach, try to implement some of what Jamie's talking about in terms of cheese and not putting URLs in the post.
And
let's see if I get better exposure. So we'll see.
Are you seeing the results?
No, well, that just went out this morning. So not yet, but it's interesting because there was one that I posted. I'm trying to think, it was a week ago or something. Might even been more than that. But this morning, oddly enough, I had 2 likes on it from people that are in my network, but that I normally don't get contact with. Like I don't. So I don't know if that means anything, but we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see indeed.
And I created my first coupon code in ThriveCart. So for my Leadership for Teams course, I'm going to have a promo code graduation 2021, which reduces the price by $20.21.
$20.21. Oh, I hope people appreciate the kindness.
Yeah. So
of the offer.
I have been guilty of being too clever for my own good, so we'll see how that goes. But I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to advertise that or how I'm going to incorporate that. But anyway, ThriveCart's so easy to use. It's
ThriveCart is amazing.
I created the coupon, then it automatically added the coupon section to the checkout page for that offer. So it was good. And then they give you you can get a URL that automatically applies the coupon as well, which is pretty slick.
Yeah, that's very handy, I find.
Yeah. And this is I think this is the last week of my course with Jamie.
Oh, is it?
I believe so. And then it's the last, I think it's the last week of the actual course itself, like the Wednesday calls. And there's a live event on the 19th and 20th, which I signed up for before I realized it was Father's Day weekend, and it's also the US Open golf tournament, which I usually watch. So anyway, I'm attending the first day for sure, and then the second day, which is Father's Day, I'll see, because I'm supposed to have my I used to, on Father's Day, I used to go golfing, play 9 holes with my father-in-law and my 2 brother-in-laws. So Beth's side of the family, but last year we didn't golf because of COVID. And this year, so I have a driving range net thing that I got for Father's Day a few years ago, and set that up in the backyard. And we're going to do a simulated golf game in the backyard.
They thought the golf courses were open now.
Well, the courses are open, but they're the one that we used to go to. Like these, my one brother-in-law and my father-in-law are not good golfers, so they can't. It would be a waste of money to go to a real course. So with the little 9-hole course that we used to play is closed now, but we'll just do the simulated thing in the backyard, hit a ball, and then I got a putting mat, and it's more about hanging out than anything else. So anyway, hopefully the weather cooperates.
We'll see. But sure, hopefully.
How was your day?
My day, you know what, it flew by. It flew by mostly cleaning and tidying everything up. Oh yeah, I spent a bunch of time researching if I could. So, I mean, we'll get into it. So it's my day was tied to our secondary project, most of it. So everything else in my case, I'm not multitasking enough, put everything else on hold. But I've finished up everything that we talked about in the morning. So corrections have been made. All of the necessary things have been created. I think we're today we're going to start the test, and I think we're in very good shape for the test, which makes me happy.
Good. Yeah, I'm going to call Amy this afternoon, so we'll get that ball rolling.
Yeah, so that's I think that's we're more than ready to engage in that conversation. And what else?
She'll be in a good mood because her husband's Montreal Canadiens knocked out the Winnipeg Jets last night.
Okay.
In 4 straight. So now a team that wasn't even supposed to make the playoffs and then was supposed to get beaten by the Leafs and then supposed to be get beaten by the Jets are now in the semifinals. So must be nice to be a Montreal fan.
Yeah,
I'm not a bitter Leaf fan at all.
You wouldn't know how that feels.
Not at all. All right.
Yeah, so let's skip to it.